Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Advanced Warfare in Depth. In today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the Bulldog Rifled. Yes, we're finally doing some shotguns. Spent forever in SMG, AR, and LMG land, but we are moving on to shotguns today with a really good and fun one. I also like the white camo scheme on this one for whatever reason. Got a quick shout out for ASTRO here in the beginning, since my last YouTube video was supposed to have one, but then it failed to publish, so that was kind of embarrassing. But I now have a 5% off link for all ASTRO headsets and products. You'll find that down there in the description. I wear them all the time. Literally anytime you see me streaming or gaming, I've got ASTRO on and I support them because I think it's good and I actually use them, and now I have a coupon code with them. So you can click that link, it automatically applies to everything in the store. Now that I've done my due diligence with sponsorships, because I can't control YouTube and their silly video failing to publish errors, but let's talk about the Bulldog Rifled. Negatives first this time. It has a rate of fire decrease from 461 RPM to 428 RPM. Mathematically speaking, that might not seem like the worst thing in the world, but it is a little bit frustrating when it comes to functionality. Anytime you decrease the rate of fire of a semi-automatic weapon, you're going to also decrease how good it feels, because any semi-automatic weapon, you want it to shoot the very instant you pull the trigger, and the lower that RPM threshold, this is maximum mind you, the more easy it is for you to oversample and make it feel like the gun is jamming or not shooting when you're pulling the trigger. So we do get a decrease on that amount of good feel, and of course its overall time to kill and like DPS potential is slightly decreased, but it's not really the most important thing. Not too many people shot at the exact maximum RPM anyway, so it shouldn't hurt you too bad. Just don't go full on crazy spamming with this one. Hold back a little bit. What's good about the Bulldog Rifled is that it has a simple bonus, and that's that its maximum damage range is increased by 15%. 15% is more or less the standard bonus that's applied across a lot of classes, but it's just a flat 15% bonus to your maximum damage. That increases your one-shot kill range, it increases your DPS over range, and it also just increases your one-shot kill potential. Every single time you pull the trigger, you're more likely to get a one-shot kill with this variant than most of the other variants. I would like to point out, however, that this is only a maximum damage range increase, and that the maximum range of the shotgun has not changed. The range at which the pellets kind of disappear or go into black holes or whatever it is that they do in Call of Duty has not changed. It'll still fall off and do 0 damage at the same range as all of the other Bulldog variants. When you put advanced rifling on the Bulldog Rifled, that's 25% bonus. It's multiplicative instead of additive, so it goes up to 44% increased range, or increased maximum damage range, and with advanced rifling, your maximum range at which your bullets exist also increased by 25%. So that is a perfect attachment for this weapon. With 44% increased maximum damage range on the Bulldog Rifled, you are extremely dangerous. This is the ASM1 magnitude of shotguns. It is very, very effective, and I would highly recommend this attachment. I would also highly recommend avoiding Gung Ho because the penalty is huge. It's been patched a couple of times, mostly with regards to the S12, to make the sprinting penalty lesser, but unfortunately it's still very large on the Bulldog, and I personally don't recommend it. Even though it would seem like a natural thing to have, I highly recommend going without it. As for what I think about this variant, if I haven't already said so 3 times in this episode, I think that this is a simple and almost purely bonus shotgun. It's an excellent variant and doesn't really have any downsides to speak of. Okay, so the rate of fire decreases a little bit, but it's not such a big deal. But this one gives you a huge bonus to maximum damage range, which is a huge bonus to one-shot kill range and one-shot kill potential. It's really, really nice. This is a really good, easy-to-use variant. If you don't want to do anything crazy, if you don't want any trade-offs, just take this one. This one's really good to just go out and rock and roll with. As for what I think is best on this one, I'm going to run advanced rifling, laser sight, and extended mags. Advanced rifling is a no-brainer. As we explained earlier, we get a lot more extra range. Laser sight tightens up the pellet spread, therefore increasing my one-shot kill potential. It also gives me a little something to help me aim. And extended mags is also a no-brainer because we don't want to reload, and it's the Bulldog. You're going to be spamming shots everywhere. You're going to be throwing them all around like crazy, so you might as well have a few extra bullets to spare. Well guys, that's all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something useful. I'd appreciate it if you check out the last episode, which is on the Crime and Punishment SAC-3, especially because it didn't publish to YouTube and relatively few people watched it. The next episode is going to be on the Hammer SN6, and then we're going to move on to a few topics other than weapon variants. As always, if you enjoyed, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.